Compassion started in 1952 in Korea during the war. A certain gentleman by the name Reverend Everett Swanson from Chicago, Illinois, had gone to Korea on a different mission. Then he began to see and notice the plight of children who were devastated by the ongoing war. And he couldn't just but not respond. He responded, but then the need was overwhelming. So he went back to his country in the US and started telling the story of what was happening with the children and the war and how they were affected by the war. And people responded and joined him in the cause of compassion, gave him resources and what he needed. And he went back and continued to expand the care for the children who were in crisis at that time. So that's, ever since then, the organization or the ministry has expanded to many more countries, including Kenya. A lady by the name of Lynette Waters, a British national, came to Kenya on a one-way ticket and started the work here in partnership with Salvation Army in Narok area. So today we are working in partnership with more than 450 local churches, serving more than 130,000 children, from young babies, some of them unborn with their moms, all the way to those who are in college and universities.
Currently we have in excess of 1,000 children that are in school, courtesy of the sponsorship program. When I see beneficiaries that have been otherwise marginalized and did not have the opportunity, to be fulfilled Christian adults, having like a turnaround in their lives, they get to school. I've seen many of them receiving medical attention. Aside from that, in the interest of ensuring that the households have self-sufficiency, matters food security, lately we're having lots of energy into ensuring that each homestead is capable of producing their own food and getting self-sustained. To that extent, we're having lots of caregivers having self-sufficiency in terms of being empowered to the extent that they are able to not only grow food for themselves, but also to sell out as an avenue of empowering them economically. That's something very good because it touches not only the child that we are sponsoring, but the whole family by and large. So the family is able to vend not only for this child that is sponsored, but also for the other children in the family.
The greatest impact I've seen is transformation in households. And by households I mean where we have caregivers whose lives have been transformed, where initially they never thought that they would do anything meaningful in society. But you find through the program, because we also take care of caregivers through training and empowerment programs, we have families that have started small businesses. For our youth, we have youth who are not a reflection of where they came from because of what has been input in them in terms of academic development, trainings for skills development, and as they live to join the wider society, they reflect what a wholesome development is all about.
The program is family-based. It's not, we are not institutional-based. So the children who are registered in the program will be those who are below 9 years, coming from families. Some of them are child-headed homes, others are headed by a single mom or single parent, others are taken care of by a relative. So those are the ones who get registered. So the way the program works is that it's designed to support children who are living in extreme poverty.
My name is Ruth Mundi Moturi. I'm a beneficiary of the Compassion and alumni. I was recruited to be in the program since 2003. I've been here for 17 years. I graduated this year, December on 13, that is when I turned 23. The program is broad spectrum of benefits in that spiritually, emotionally, socially, academically, we have benefited a lot. It feels good to know that when I'm going back to school, the church got my back.
I was a beneficiary, a sponsored child who grew up in Dandora from a very humble background. And I got an opportunity when I was 8 years old to be enrolled into the program, Dandora Baptist Church, that was partnering with Compassion. And my journey has been exciting because I got an opportunity to have a sponsor who was able to impact my life, a sponsor who was able to make sure that I went to school, a sponsor who made sure that I got an opportunity to meet Jesus at a very early age, having grown up in a community that is not morally upright. I knew growing up that the best thing for me was either to join crime or to do drugs. I wasn't sure if I would be able to finish my school, but getting that opportunity to have someone give just for me to continue with my education, to make sure that I grew up in a holistic way, was an awesome experience.
Seen is many Christians, or should we say people who didn't know Christ, have come to know Christ through the support and the partnership we have had with them. Many children have come to church. Their parents have followed, and we have seen a lot of embracing of the program in the community. So Christ is being preached in very deep areas where probably it wouldn't have happened, because the sponsored children are coming from very humble backgrounds. Some of the parents had no idea that there is such support that can come from a church, and we have seen it, and they are all coming to church. Number two, we have seen a lot of literacy among the children, because the sponsored children have a chance to come and meet their teachers, they are mentored, and therefore the literacy levels that would not have been realized have started rising up. Children have come all the way from primary school, pre-primary school, and they have gone all the way up to the universities. The impact has been that even professionalism within the communities has been felt. We have professionals who are beneficiaries of these programs, and now they are working out there, they are coming and supporting their homes. What would have been otherwise a very poor family has been transformed into a hopeful family. And they appreciate that it is because of the existence of the program.
Na pia tunashukuru kwa sababu tumeona impact ya kiroho, tumewapea Biblia, both parents na wa youths na watoto, na pia tumeweza kuwatembelea pale nyumbani kwa maombi, counseling, na pia kuona ya kwamba wameweza kubadilika katika the role model.
We have also been doing a lot of caregiver empowerment, especially during this COVID season, where we have been able to promote their livelihoods by distributing chicken that they are rearing so that they can multiply and be able to become a source of income. We have been doing what we call cash transfer, where we are sending money to the caregivers for domestic assistance. We have also been sending money so that they can be able to do their IGAs of choice. And when we were going through the lockdown, we realized that the children were not going to church. So we sat down and we had to think what we are going to do. We decided to strengthen our caregiver groups so that there can be discipleship in the caregiver groups. We distributed Bibles to the caregivers so that when they are discipled in their groups, they will also go and disciple their children at home who are not going to school. Over time, we have seen a change in attitude and a great appreciation of the program by not only the caregivers or the beneficiary, but even the community. Today, everyone want to be associated with this program. They even almost everyone want to become recruited.
One of the biggest challenge we face is the sheer size of need. In Kenya alone, 2 in every 5 children will be living in extreme poverty. And with the number we are doing, we currently have in the program about 130,000. That's about 1%. So there is, for every 1 child we are supporting, there are 99 others who actually are not being supported. The numbers that are not being supported are way bigger than those are being supported. So there is need, just like our founder, Reverend Everett Swanson did. He did what he could. He responded as a good Samaritan. He responded as a neighbor to children who are in need. But then he invited other people. He invited other people to join him in the cause. So we are asking you to also join us in this cause so that we can continue to help many more children who are in need. You could do it by yourself, or you could join us by being a supporter, by being a volunteer, and contributing to this cause. And it's really fruitful, and it's really beneficial to us and the generations to come.